If you're over 60 and you wake up tired, your knees hurt just standing, your blood pressure's creeping up, or you're forgetting names more often, don't brush it off as just getting older. That slow decline, it's not inevitable. And it might be tied to something so basic, so overlooked, it's almost ridiculous, the food on your plate. Doctors might give you more pills, but they rarely tell you what's quietly draining your energy, dulling your mind, and weakening your immune system every single day. Now, here's the shocker. There's one simple food that's been sitting in your grocery store all along. Not expensive, not exotic, just ignored. Sweet potatoes. Yes, sweet potatoes. Not a supplement, not a detox tea. This humble root is loaded with nutrients your body is probably starving for. Nutrients that help fight inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, sharpen memory, and even protect your heart. And if you're not eating them, that silent decline could keep getting worse. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how this one food could change everything. 1, it fights inflammation, the silent threat that's stealing your energy. You might not see it, you might not feel it directly, but if your body is stiff in the morning, if your joints ache when you move, if you're constantly tired or slow to recover, chronic inflammation may be burning inside you right now. And the worst part, most people over 60 live with it for years, never realizing how much damage it's causing until something serious happens. Inflammation is your body's natural response to harm. But when it never turns off, when it stays active for years, it begins to damage healthy tissues. That's how we end up with arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and memory problems. It doesn't just affect your body, it affects your independence, your confidence, and even your ability to enjoy the little things. Sweet potatoes might look humble, but they're loaded with anti-inflammatory nutrients. They're rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, a key regulator that calms overactive immune responses. The purple varieties are especially powerful thanks to a compound called anthocyanins, known to block inflammation pathways. And let's not forget choline, a nutrient that supports cellular repair and actively suppresses inflammatory markers. Science backs this up. A 2015 study in food and nutrition research showed that purple sweet potato extract reduced key inflammation indicators like C-reactive protein, which is directly linked to heart attacks and chronic disease. If you're popping ibuprofen every morning or struggling with stiffness that limits your life, it's time to give your body the nutrients it's craving. Not from a bottle, but from real healing food. Adding sweet potatoes a few times a week isn't just about taste. It's about giving your body the tools to fight back against silent damage that's been building for years. 2, it balances blood sugar naturally, gently, and safely. Have you ever felt lightheaded before a meal or tired after eating? Maybe you wake up at 2 o'clock a.m. with your heart racing or feel intense cravings that hit out of nowhere. These are often signs of unstable blood sugar, and for older adults, they're more common than you think. Here's the scary part. Blood sugar issues don't always start with diabetes. Long before your doctor gives you that diagnosis, your body may already be struggling to manage glucose properly. And over time, those swings in blood sugar silently wear out your pancreas, harden your arteries, slow your metabolism, and cloud your mind. Now, you've probably been told to avoid sweet foods. But here's the twist. Sweet potatoes are different. Despite their natural sweetness, they're a low to medium glycemic food, meaning they digest slowly and do not cause sharp spikes in blood sugar. That's thanks to their high fiber content, resistant starch, and antioxidants like beta-carotene. In one study from the Journal of Medicinal Food, researchers found that people with type 2 diabetes who consumed white sweet potato extract had better glucose control and improved insulin sensitivity. That means their bodies responded better to the sugar in their blood, with fewer crashes, less inflammation, and more stable energy. Compared to white potatoes, sweet potatoes release energy more slowly. That keeps you fuller longer and prevents the roller coaster effect that drains you throughout the day. If you're watching your A1C or worried about sugar, don't avoid carbs altogether. Focus on the right carbs, slow burning, nutrient dense foods like sweet potatoes that support your metabolism, not sabotage it. One small change to your plate can lead to fewer cravings, better focus, and more control over your body. 3. It heals the goo where real health begins: gas, bloating, irregularity. It's easy to think of these as minor annoyances, but for many older adults, digestive discomfort becomes a daily battle. You try fiber supplements, antacids, even probiotics, but the relief is temporary. Why? Because most solutions treat the symptoms, not the root cause: an unbalanced gut. Your gut isn't just where food is digested. It's where nutrients are absorbed. It's where over 70% of your immune system lives, and where the bacteria that influence your mood, memory, and even weight are housed. When your gut is inflamed or undernourished, everything suffers. Sweet potatoes are one of the best natural foods for healing the gut. They provide both soluble and insoluble fiber, which work together to support digestion. Soluble fiber forms a gel that slows digestion and helps you feel full longer, while insoluble fiber adds bulk to stool and promotes regular movement. But here's what sets sweet potatoes apart: they're rich in resistant starch. This special fiber isn't digested in your small intestine. It travels to your colon, where it ferments and feeds your good gut bacteria. This prebiotic effect helps restore balance to your microbiome, reduces inflammation, and improves overall gut resilience. A study in cell host and microbe found that increased resistant starch intake significantly improved gut diversity and immune responses, both of which decline with age. If you're dealing with sluggish digestion, frequent bloating, or food sensitivities that seem to get worse each year, don't ignore it. A happier gut means more energy, better nutrient absorption, and even improved mental clarity. And sweet potatoes could be the gentle, natural reset your digestive system has been waiting for. 4. It supports heart health by nourishing, not medicating. You've heard it before. Take this for cholesterol. Cut salt to lower your blood pressure, or worse. At your age, this is normal. But feeling breathless after stairs, dealing with swelling in your feet, or hearing that your heart is working harder than it should, that's not something you should accept as fate. Heart disease remains the #1 cause of death in older adults. But what's often overlooked is how food, not just medication, can play a powerful role in protecting and even restoring heart function. And yes, sweet potatoes are one of those foods. They're rich in potassium, a mineral that directly helps regulate blood pressure by counteracting the effects of sodium. One medium sweet potato provides over 540 milligrams of potassium. That's more than a banana. Potassium helps relax blood vessels, reduce water retention, and ease pressure on the heart. They also contain magnesium, which supports heart rhythm and keeps arteries flexible, reducing the risk of clots and stiffness. And let's not forget beta-carotene, which helps your body produce nitric oxide, a compound that widens blood vessels and improves circulation. In a 2016 study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, participants who ate 100 to 200 grams of boiled sweet potatoes daily experienced a noticeable drop in systolic blood pressure after just 3 months, with no side effects. You don't need another prescription to help your heart do its job. You need foods that support blood flow, reduce strain, and keep your cardiovascular system nourished. Sweet potatoes do just that, gently, naturally, and without pushing your body out of balance. 5. It helps with healthy weight, without dieting or deprivation. Let's be honest, losing weight after 60 is not easy. Your metabolism slows down, muscle mass naturally declines, and your body holds on to fat more stubbornly than ever. And even if you're not looking to lose a lot of weight, carrying just a few extra pounds can put more stress on your knees, your heart, in your energy levels. But here's something most people never hear. You don't have to starve yourself or follow extreme diets to support a healthier weight. What your body needs is balance. And that starts with foods that keep you full, regulate appetite, and support fat-burning hormones. Sweet potatoes do all three. First, they're naturally low in calories, around 100 to 120 calories for a medium-baked sweet potato, yet they're incredibly satisfying. That's thanks to their high fiber content, which slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and prevents the sudden hunger pangs that lead to snacking and overeating. Even more importantly, sweet potatoes contain resistant starch, a rare type of carbohydrate that isn't fully digested in the small intestine. Instead, it ferments in the colon, producing short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. These fatty acids help regulate hormones like ghrelin, which makes you hungry, and leptin, which tells you when you're full. A study published in Nutrition and Diabetes found that adding resistant starch to meals improved fat burning and increased satiety in overweight individuals. That means your body burns more fat and you naturally eat fewer calories without even trying. Sweet potatoes also give you long-lasting energy. Unlike sugary snacks or refined carbs that spike and crash, sweet potatoes digest slowly, giving your body fuel over time. That helps you stay active, motivated, and emotionally balanced. Three things that matter more than ever when it comes to maintaining a healthy weight as you age. This isn't about diet culture. It's about nourishing your body so it works with you, not against you. And sweet potatoes are a food that does exactly that: comforting, satisfying, and quietly effective. 6. It supports blood pressure, naturally and effectively. You sit down at your doctor's office, they wrap the cuff around your arm, and after a few seconds they frown. Your numbers are a little high, they say. And just like that, another medication gets added to your list. High blood pressure doesn't always feel like a problem until it becomes one. It creeps in quietly, but over time it damages your arteries, taxes your heart, and increases your risk for stroke, kidney problems, and heart failure. And while medication can help, it often comes with side effects: dizziness, fatigue, even nutrient depletion. But what if food could support your blood pressure in a real measurable way? Sweet potatoes are packed with two essential minerals that help lower and regulate blood pressure: potassium and magnesium. Potassium plays a critical role in balancing sodium in your system. When you consume too much salt, especially from processed foods, your body retains water, which increases blood volume and pressure. Potassium helps flush that excess sodium out and relax blood vessels, reducing that internal pressure. A single sweet potato contains over 10% of your daily potassium needs. Magnesium works hand in hand with potassium. It helps relax blood vessel walls, improves circulation, and regulates the electrical signals that keep your heart beating steadily. Many older adults are magnesium deficient and don't even know it, which only worsens blood pressure issues. But sweet potatoes offer more than minerals. They also contain antioxidants like beta-carotene, which stimulate nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide widens your blood vessels, improving blood flow and lowering resistance. In one clinical study, participants who ate boiled sweet potatoes regularly saw significant drops in systolic blood pressure after just a few weeks. And unlike medications, the only side effects were better digestion, more energy, and improved mood. 7. It improves vision, nourishing your eyes from the inside. You notice it slowly. The print on the page looks smaller. Night driving becomes more difficult. You find yourself holding your phone farther away to read the screen. These changes sneak up on you, but they're not always irreversible. Age-related vision decline affects millions of older adults, and while genetics play a role, nutrition is a major factor that many overlook. Your eyes are complex, delicate organs that rely on constant nourishment to function properly and protect themselves from damage. And one of the most powerful nutrients for your eyes, it's found in sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are rich in beta-carotene, a plant compound that your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for eye health. It helps maintain the integrity of the cornea, supports the production of pigments needed for low light vision, and protects against dryness and irritation. In fact, just one medium-baked sweet potato provides over 400% of your recommended daily intake of vitamin A. That's not a typo, 400%. It's one of the most concentrated natural sources available. But that's not all. Sweet potatoes also contain vitamin C and vitamin B6, both of which play crucial roles in protecting the macula, the part of your eye responsible for sharp central vision. Age-related macular degeneration is one of the leading causes of blindness in seniors, but diets high in antioxidants have been shown to reduce that risk. A 2005 study published in Archives of Ophthalmology found that individuals who consumed high amounts of beta-carotene, vitamin C, and vitamin E had a significantly lower risk of developing advanced macular degeneration. By eating sweet potatoes regularly, you're not just protecting your eyes from dryness or glare. You're nourishing the very cells responsible for capturing light, processing images, and keeping your world in focus. Don't wait for another blurry day. Give your eyes what they need, starting with what's on your fork. 8. It boosts brain function, supporting memory and focus as you age. You walk into a room and forget why. You pause mid-sentence, searching for a word that's just out of reach. You start writing something down, then realize you already forgot what it was. These moments are frustrating, and for many older adults, even frightening. Cognitive decline doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow erosion, one that often starts with small lapses and over time can steal independence, confidence, and connection. But what if the brain could be nourished, just like the body? What if what you eat today could help you think more clearly tomorrow? Sweet potatoes, especially purple varieties, are brain food in the truest sense. They contain a powerful group of antioxidants called anthocyanins, compounds shown to protect neurons, reduce inflammation in the brain, and improve communication between brain cells. In a 2013 study published in Brain Research, mice given purple sweet potato extract showed improvements in learning and memory and reduced oxidative damage in brain tissue. Another human study in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that seniors who consumed antioxidant-rich foods, including sweet potatoes, experienced better attention span and memory performance. Beta-carotene also plays a role here. It protects the brain from oxidative stress, one of the leading causes of age-related cognitive decline. And then there's vitamin B6 found in sweet potatoes, which is essential for making serotonin and dopamine, the brain chemicals that regulate mood, focus, and memory. If you want to stay sharp, stay connected, and stay independent, don't just challenge your brain with puzzles. Feed it what it needs to thrive. A roasted sweet potato isn't just food. It's a quiet investment in a clearer, brighter mind. 9. It may help fight cancer with powerful natural defenses. No one wants to hear the word cancer, but for many older adults, it's a looming fear that feels closer with every doctor visit, every test result, every story from a friend or family member. And while no single food can prevent cancer on its own, the foods we choose every day either support our body's defenses or weaken them. Sweet potatoes are one of those rare, powerful foods that may help protect you from cellular changes linked to cancer. Why? Because they're rich in antioxidants and phytochemicals that neutralize free radicals, those unstable molecules that can damage DNA and trigger dangerous cell mutations. One of the most researched compounds is beta-carotene, especially in orange sweet potatoes. Your body converts it into vitamin A, which has been shown to protect DNA and regulate cell growth. This is critical because uncontrolled cell growth is how tumors form. But purple sweet potatoes go even further. They're loaded with anthocyanins, the same pigments that give blueberries their deep color. In a study published in Nutrition and Cancer, mice with prostate cancer were given purple sweet potato extract, and tumor growth was reduced by up to 90%. Another study in molecular nutrition and food research found that these same compounds triggered apoptosis, the process where damaged or abnormal cells self-destruct before turning into something worse. This isn't about miracles or hype. It's about supporting your body's natural ability to protect itself. When you feed your cells with the right nutrients, you help them fight back. And sweet potatoes provide those nutrients in every bite. If you have a family history of cancer, if you've beaten it once and want to stay in remission, or if you simply want to do everything in your power to stay healthy, don't underestimate what you put on your plate. The quietest foods are often the most powerful.
10. It strengthens your immune system when you need it most. Your immune system isn't just your protection against colds and flu. It's your body's frontline defense against viruses, bacteria, inflammation, and even the aging process itself. But here's the catch. As we age, our immune response naturally weakens. We get sick more easily, infections linger longer, wounds heal slower, and sometimes we don't even realize how vulnerable we've become until something goes wrong. But you can strengthen your immune defenses, starting with what you eat. Sweet potatoes are loaded with vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin B6. 3 nutrients that work together to power your immune system at every level. Let's start with vitamin A. It's created in your body from beta-carotene and plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of your mucous membranes, like those in your lungs, gut, and sinuses. These barriers are your body's first line of defense against invaders. If they're weak, germs get in easier. If they're strong, they block infections before they start. Next is vitamin C. Everyone knows it boosts immunity, but how? It helps produce white blood cells, the attack team that identifies and destroys harmful pathogens. It also reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, which can interfere with how your immune system functions. Finally, vitamin B6 supports the production of antibodies and regulates immune signals that keep your body from overreacting or underperforming. And guess what? Sweet potatoes have all 3 in a natural, absorbable form your body recognizes and uses immediately. A 2017 review in Nutrients confirmed that seniors with higher intakes of vitamins A, C, and B6 had fewer and less severe infections, especially respiratory ones.
11. It nourishes your skin from the inside where creams can't reach. You see it in the mirror, a few more lines, skin that looks a little thinner. Maybe your hands don't bounce back like they used to, or your face looks more tired than you feel. Aging skin is natural, but what you eat can make a huge difference in how your skin feels, heals, and glows. Sweet potatoes are often called a beauty food, but not for superficial reasons. They're rich in beta-carotene and vitamin C, which are essential for healthy skin structure, tone, and repair. Beta-carotene acts as a natural internal sunscreen. Once converted into vitamin A, it helps protect your skin from UV damage, reduces dryness, and supports the production of new skin cells. In fact, studies have shown that a diet high in beta-carotene can improve your skin's ability to tolerate sun exposure and reduce signs of aging over time. Vitamin C is the other hero here. It's required for the production of collagen, the protein that gives your skin elasticity and firmness. Without enough vitamin C, collagen breaks down faster, leading to wrinkles, sagging, and slower wound healing. Sweet potatoes also provide hydration-supporting fiber and antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress, which is a major contributor to skin aging. A study published in Dermatoendocrinology found that diets high in beta-carotene and vitamin C were directly associated with fewer wrinkles and improved skin hydration. 12. It supports lung health.
protecting one of your most vital organs. You take thousands of breaths every day, but how often do you think about your lungs until something feels wrong? Shortness of breath, chronic cough, wheezing, or frequent respiratory infections might seem like part of aging, but they're often signs that your lungs are under strain. As we age, lung function naturally declines. The tiny air sacs in the lungs lose elasticity, immune defenses weaken, and oxidative damage builds up from years of exposure to pollution, allergens, and sometimes smoking. But here's something empowering. You can support your lungs, not with medication, but with food that reduces damage and boosts their resilience. Sweet potatoes are one of the best sources of beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A. This nutrient is essential for maintaining the health of mucous membranes in the respiratory tract, your body's natural defense barrier. These membranes line your nose, throat, bronchi, and lungs, trapping germs and preventing infection. When your body is low in vitamin A, these barriers weaken, leaving you more vulnerable to respiratory infections and slower recovery from colds, flu, or bronchitis. A 2006 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people with higher beta-carotene levels had better lung function and fewer respiratory illnesses, especially older adults and former smokers. But sweet potatoes go even further. Their antioxidant content helps reduce inflammation in the lungs and neutralize free radicals caused by pollution, smoke, or chronic respiratory stress. If you find yourself getting winded too quickly, recovering slowly from colds, or simply wanting to breathe easier as you age, this humble root vegetable might be more powerful than you think. A baked sweet potato may not look like medicine, but inside, it delivers the nutrients your lungs quietly rely on every day. So I'll leave you with this. What if your next meal wasn't just about taste, but about healing? What if one small choice, repeated over time, became the turning point in how you age? Leave a comment below and tell me, what's one sweet potato recipe you're going to try this week? Or simply type, I'm ready, if you are, because you're not just watching another health video. You're taking your life back, one bite, one breath, one day at a time. We'll see you in the next one.